Hello, everyone. When developing our sequence AI agent, we encountered a series of technical and strategic challenges that shaped the evolution of our solution. Let me walk through the most critical design decisions, the reasoning behind them, and the insights we gained along the way. So first, Sequence as a two-player strategy board game presents a huge combinatorial challenge. The state space grows exponentially because every decision depends not only on the visible board, but also on the opponent's hidden hand and the randomness of future card draws. This imperfect information means we can't simply apply brute force search or rely solely on handcrafted rules. Classic algorithms quickly become intractable, and naive strategies miss deeper tactical opportunities. So why Monte Carlo tree search? To address the size and uncertainty of the game, our initial core was Monte Carlo tree search. MCTS is well known for its ability to balance the exploration and exploitation in large, complex environments. It samples game outcomes by simulating random playouts, but it also guides search towards the most promising actions. It allows it to scale sequences, high-dimensional state space, and partial observability. However, basic MCTS still struggles when every playout is purely random or the simulation policy is weak. Therefore, we embedded a lightweighted heuristic evaluator into MCTS to guide it toward immediate threats and opportunities such as instant wins, blocks, or high-value central moves. This heuristic augmented MCTS gives us a strong initial agent, but quickly hit a ceiling. In subtle, long-term strategic scenarios, it lacked the depth and the flexibility needed for expert play. Then in parallel, we implemented a suite for handcrafted expert agents, each with a distinct style, like defensive, aggressive, and target recognition. These agents were highly efficient in identifying and responding to urgent tactical situations, such as blocking opponents 4 in a row or capitalizing on a double threat. They served two purposes. First, as sparring partners for our main agent, and second, as specialized routines to handle the rare but critical game scenarios. Yet, as testing progressed, we saw clear limitations. Role-based experts often fail to generalize beyond the situations they were programmed for. They were prone to get stuck in local optima, repeating familiar patterns and missing multi-step cross-board strategies. As a result, our agent's performance plateaued against more unpredictable or sophisticated adversaries. Then, to break through this bottleneck, we incorporated a convolutional neural network to augment decision-making. CNNs are uniquely suited to board games because they capture both local patterns, such as threats and opportunities, and global spatial relationships. We trained our CNN through self-play to evaluate board positions, providing nuanced, data-driven guidance to the agent. However, this introduced two challenges. The first one is slow convergence. Training the CNNs to generalize across the vast diversity of sequence board states required an enormous number of self-play games and was computationally intensive. And secondly, generalization gaps. Even after extensive training, the CNN sometimes overfit its own training experience or failed to adapt to novel tactics posed by expert agents. Recognizing these challenges, we went back and fundamentally redesigned our heuristic evaluation function. The new heuristic is much faster and leverages domain-specific insights to quickly evaluate both board control and card quality. It provides high-confidence recommendations in common positions without computational overhead of deep learning. We then blended this new heuristic with both MCTS and the CNN. The result is an advanced hybrid architecture, where the heuristic evaluator takes priority, about 70% for most moves, and MCTS is invoked for complex and ambiguous positions. And lastly, CNN policy network provides an additional layer of depth when enough time remains. This tiered approach allows us to strictly respect the 1 second per move time constraint, while dynamically allocating computational resources where they matter most. To further enhance the robustness and interpretability, we routinely evaluated and trained our agent against a diverse pool of expert agents. This exposed the agent to a variety of tactics and strategies, helped close generalization gaps, and provided actionable feedback that's not always available for pure self-play. In summary, our sequence AI agent represents the outcome of continuous iteration and deep consideration of data efficiency, generalization, and computational limits. By combining the speed and reliability of heuristics, the strategic depth of MCTS, and the pattern recognition power of CNNs, supported by targeted expert evaluation, we created an agent that is both practically effective and strategically sophisticated, even in highly complex and partially observable environment. These processes illustrate not only the technical trade-offs, but also the iterative, insight-driven nature of AI system design in imperfect information games. Thank you.